Hi, I don't have a finished card before I'm making the card today, so I'll show you some examples. I was going through some of my old cards and I found these, which I hadn't done a Starburst, Sunburst card in a while, so I thought that would be fun. Well, I tried it with the Thoughtful Journey paper. I wasn't so thrilled with this. So I'm gonna do it with the two-tone peach pie. So that'll be more like this one, which was a gradient paper. So we'll see how that goes. I also think this could, I'm not going to do it this time, but it could be really good with inking on the edges to give more definition. So I'm going to start with stamping, and I'm using the Silly Safari stamp set because I want to be able to have the ink dry before I color it. So there's that. And this will probably go to my son. I bought this stamp set because it has a cheetah and he likes cheetahs. Okay, so I'm gonna set that aside for now and we will punch that out when we're done. Now, I believe, let's see, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So we need 6 of these pieces, and these are all 5 by 1.5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I cut extra just in case. We'll have 1 extra left over from this. And then I am going to cut them all diagonally. So what you're going to want to do is line it up in the track and then lift a little bit so that you don't crush the corners. So we'll do that, and then the next one will flip over. And we might end up running the bone folder over it. There it is. If we run the bone folder over the edge, then you don't get the raised edge. Like on this, it's a little raised up. And that's just something you often get with a paper trimmer like this. Okay, I might fast forward this part because you might get bored of watching me line all of these up and then cut them out. So I'm gonna lift past the one corner and then cut it. And then we put the dark, and we put the light, and I'll probably run the bone folder over it while I'm assembling. Okay, there we go. We're done with this for now. And we have all our pieces. I have them in order. And this is a piece of 4 by 3, oh, sorry, 5.25 by 3-inch basic white cardstock that I'm going to put everything on. And I am going to start by just covering it with adhesive. I forgot to do that with an adhesive sheet, so I'm just going to use my tape runner. Start with the edges so I can get it close, and then I'm just going to fill it in. Okay. Now I've decided, like on these, that I'm going to put my sentiment or focal image over in the lower left corner. So that's where you want all of the points to line up. We'll do it, okay, what is this one at? It's about in the 2nd inch there. So I'm gonna, this is a little bit bigger punch than I'm using, so I'm gonna start it there. And really the only criteria for how long you make it, well, it does change how wide the triangles end up being, but you have to get from here to here. That's your longest strip. Okay, and then if you match up the triangles well, you don't even have to cover it. But you most likely will. Okay, I forgot. At least I did that on the first one already. Okay. Just butt it up against it, press it in. And if you have any that hang over on the bottom edge, you can cut those off too. I was wondering, I hadn't done this, but I thought maybe doing like an 1/8 inch strip in the middle would be kind of cool too. I don't know if I've ever seen any that have done that, and I've never done that. But that would be something nice and different to try with this. It's not really hard, it's just tedious. But it looks so cool when it's done. Okay. And where was it? Oh, this one. This one I did, I embossed it, which makes everything seal together really well then too. And we just keep going, trying to make sure everything's butted up against the one before it. Looks like there's a little bump in my adhesive. Okay, we need a dark one. I'm having a hard time. These are small over here. Okay, just want to make sure it's up against the paper next to it. Oh, no, it's not. There we go. Twist and pull. Okay, that's better. Almost done. Oops, oh, I see a little gap there. Okay, there we go. And then final one. Oh, that came out pretty well. Normally I have a little bit more hanging off here. I mean, if you wanted to figure out exactly how to cover it, you could do the geometry. I'm not a big fan. I mean, I was a math major, but geometry was not my strong suit. Okay, then we flip it over, cut off all the pieces. Trying to let the white cardstock be your guide. There we go. And there is a tiny bit down here that I want to get. There we go. Okay, that's our background. Now I am going to add it. I've got a Cajun Craze background or card base that I'm going to use. And I've got the other little white strip from my 4 by 5 1/4 that I always have set aside. But I'm going to put, let's see, I'm going to put this on here first. I cut, oh, I forgot to clean this out. I'm guessing I'll need to. I cut an 1/8 inch strip just to be a little border. I thought it would look, it makes it look nice, like a finishing touch. Whoops, getting glue everywhere. Okay, my border, it's a little longer than the 4 inches, so I'll have to cut it off. Let's make sure that's right up against the edge there. That looks pretty good. Oh, maybe a little bit more up over there. Okay. Then cut that off. Now I am going to add this here. I prefer to use, I want to use liquid glue again, I think. Just so that I can get them in the right places. I need to go up a little higher, there we go. And before I rub that into place, I'm going to add the lower one. If you want, you can always just mount this one on another sheet so that you don't have to line these up. Get some glue out there. Oh yeah, definitely need to, hopefully it hasn't gotten attached yet. If it has, my son won't care. This is going to go to him next school year. It's a little crooked. It'll be fine. Okay, now we're going to color our image. And I pulled out the Timid Tiger to use on my little cheetah here. I thought that would work well. And again, I am not the person you want to follow for learning how to color and shade. I'm more the fill it in and move on kind. Now we're going to punch that out. We're going to go this way. Okay. Oh, and I forgot to get out the extra piece of Cajun Craze. Oh, wait, what are you? Yeah, 2 inches. Okay, then we put this together. It's going to be a very tiny border because I used the 1 7/8 inch punch and the 2-inch punch. And hopefully this will clean itself up eventually. There we go, and some dimensionals. Don't forget to use the edges of your dimensionals, just as good as the middle. I think this really could have used some twine. Yeah, or embossing. If I were to do this again, I would do embossing up here because it just looks a little too plain to me. I will put, maybe we'll put some gems on there. Whoops. We'll use the gold ones. One, 2, and then 3. That helps. But yeah, I think the twine would have been better. And embossing it, I think that would have given it more interest too. But that is how you do the Sunburst Starburst card. Thanks for watching.